Silicon Valley, technology, art, green, and sustainability.
Welcome to another episode of Silicon Valley Tech, Art, Green, and Sustainability, SVTAGS.org. Today I have two guests with me that I'm very honored to have with me. And we met Richard at the Capitol Club.
That's correct.
Yep, and we've known each other a little bit for a while. And then we met at a birthday party, Lavell. And Lavell Pennington and Richard Robertson, am I pronouncing Robinson the names right? Yes. And you both are amazing men. You both have many hats you wear, involved in many foundations and nonprofits, but we're here today to talk about, now you've changed some things up a little bit again, Live the Dream Foundation or Network? Network, okay. And but before we get into that, can you tell us a little bit about yourselves and your background, because you have such fascinating backgrounds?
Yeah.
Lavell, let's start with you.
Well, that's kind of unique. Here I'm known as Lavell Pennington, and to a lot of people I'm known as Coach Penn. So you met me as Lavell Pennington, but to most of the Valley, I'm Coach Penn for 37 years.
And when you said that when we first met, I thought you were saying Coach Ken. Yeah. And I have a friend that's Coach Ken. I'm like, oh, these two have to meet, but it's Coach Penn.
It's Coach Penn. I coached for many years throughout the Valley. I started as a youth coach. I coached at the high school, and I also coached at San Jose State.
And what'd you coach?
Well, I coached youth football. And then I also, when I got to San Jose State, I was a academic counselor. When I came to San Jose State, they asked me to become the academic counselor. We had 47 students failing, and the intern coach at that time asked me to help him with the academics there. The GPA there was a 1.97. That was the team overall.
And that
GPA.
Was the athletic department,
that
specifically
was
the football.
That was football. Thank God they asked me to take that and help, and I changed that within 4 years to turn the GPA to a 2.37 when I left the school.
Well, and it's hard. You know, I went to San Jose State, and I don't know how people do it with kids. I didn't have kids when I went there, but people do. And I always had 2 or 3 jobs going through college to pay, you know, and back then, and I won't say how long ago that was, but back then it was a lot cheaper than it is now, and it goes up, and, you know, you've got your cost of living that's gone up. So I don't know how kids do it with, you know, to try to find the time to study and to work and go to school. You know, unless you have a silver spoon in your mouth, which most of us don't.
But the whole thing is about not just the education part.
Right.
I believe you're a student athlete. I don't believe in just being an athlete. So my thing is about mentoring, and that's what Live the Dream is all about. It's empowering our students, and that's what, you know, our whole thing is about. Rich and I are into mentoring, and Rich being a football player.
So Rich, tell us about your background. Before we get into Live the Dream, let's hear about your background. And I know a little bit about what you do now, but tell us, you know, where you came from, what your background is, and what you're doing now.
I would love to. I had the opportunity to leave Compton, California, straight out of Compton, as they say down south. And I got here in 1976 on a football scholarship walk-on at San Jose State. Earned the scholarship. I walked on. And
what is a walk-on? Because I'm a little bit of a football fan, but I don't know what a walk-on is.
So you were recruited by your coaches, Coach Lynn Stiles at the time, and San Diego State and San Jose State was recruiting me from my high school in Los Angeles.
So you were good.
I was.
You are good. What am I saying?
I was a running back, and I got an opportunity to
make a choice. San Diego State and San Jose State were playing for the first time on national TV in 1976. And both
come
schools
on,
were
you're not
recruiting
that
me.
old.
Yes, I am. It's the lotion, soap, and
Stop
shampoo
it, I thought you
use
were
keep
my
me looking so
age.
young. That's my favorite line.
So
Anyway,
1976.
I had an opportunity to be recruited by both schools. And what happened is I saw them both playing on television. And on my home black and white TV at the time, I said, whoever wins, that's where I'm going to go.
Really?
And San Jose State won, and I took the Greyhound bus. My mother dropped me off at the bus station. I took the bus to San Francisco, stayed with my auntie for 2 weeks. Football training camp
So you had
started.
like one duffel bag probably on the bus?
I sure did.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, camp started, and Rich Robinson walked onto San Jose State's football field and got a chance to try out for a running back. Ed Luther was the quarterback at the time, and Steve Bird, just so I'm dating myself, for those of you that know San Jose State, and go Spartans. And so I got a chance to not only play football, I also got a chance to join my fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi Incorporated, which is a nonprofit organization, a social organization that does perpetuate the mentoring
and I met some
programs.
of your
fraternity brothers the night at the Capitol
some your
Club.
age, some younger, and they were from all over the place, and you were kind of ushering them into the Capitol Club.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so from San Jose State, I got a chance to get in corporate America. And I went to work for a startup called BizTel, then from there, Dialnet, and
I
Metro
remember
Media.
BizTel for some reason.
Yes, Larry Davis was the CEO of the company at the time.
Okay.
And so I got a chance to get in corporate America through there. It was mergers and acquisitions through those three companies by way of the mergers ended with MCI buying the company. So I wound up working for MCI. Took the opportunity to move on to AT&T. Did 20 years in corporate America with AT&T on both leadership and also individual contributor. And I was impacted by layoff in 2009, and the doors opened for me to take that educational, professional exposure and experience to a whole nother level by meeting extraordinary gentlemen like Lavell Pennington over here.
Well, and also I just found another little tidbit from you a little minute ago, and I don't know what year this was, but you said you used to own a men's clothing store too.
Yes.
Which is why you always look so nice.
I was partnered with my brother and two of his associates at it was called Pinstripes, and it was in Fremont, California at the Fremont Mall. What's that? Forget the name of the mall that's outside of but we were across the parking lot.
And did you help with the day-to-day operations, or were you a partner in the sense that you were kind of
I did some day-to-day in